Hi everybody, hello, happy Sunday. I believe that the clocks have changed in the US. They haven't changed here yet, they change at the end of the month. So I hope that you haven't got up too early or too late and you miss it or whatever. I hope you've managed to work it out. It always confuses me when the clocks change, and I actually, ridiculously enough, I get sort of jet lag for about 4 or 5 days. I just can't seem to keep up with the time. It's because I'm old, yes. Well, look what's before me. Our 4 tag boxes that we made, and look, they're filling up with tags. I thought, if you'll indulge me, that we'd just go through each box and see the tags I've done, because I know that not everybody watches certainly all the videos that I put out. I'm putting one out every day at the minute, and you have better things to do with your time. So we'll just have a bit of a catch up and see what's in which boxes. So this box is the pretty box. Mr. F's just made me these clips that keep the tags upright, because if you don't keep them upright they end up like bananas, don't they? So this is what's in the pretty box. This one I think we did yesterday. I'm still struggling with that bow. Oh dear. And it's kind of a tag in a tag. And these are Lorna Taylor's papers, tailor-made creations. Tailor-made journals. And little Timmy doll there, etc, etc. And that just fits in there. And it stops when it comes to here. That's the stop. So that's that one. Then we did this one. I love this one. I really love it. It's just delicate and pretty. It could probably go in the botanical box actually, but the pretty box needs it more. Here's another one, the same sort of recipe but pink this time. They've got tags inside and then a tag on the tag that's inside. So there we are. Some of these have been inspired by things I've seen on Pinterest, others things that I've just come up with myself. This needs a bit of a straighten up. It's because it had a lot of sort of texture paste and stuff on it. But that's that. There's 4 in the pretty box then. I'm going to leave that one at the front because that's my favourite. So they can go back in that box because we're not doing a pretty tag today. Just tighten that up there and it keeps them standing up nicely. Lovely. Next is the Timmy box. Let's just move this so I can get these out. Right, so this was the one we did yesterday. This was my prototype for the pretty one, and it's a similar recipe. Very similar. It's got the tag within the tag, and it's got a stopper at the bottom. Just want that in fairly centrally. Stopper at the bottom there, a paper doll, butterfly behind, just some little bits of snippety stuff. This one, which may well be my favourite, I'm not going to undo it because it takes me forever to do the bow again, but it's a waterfall tag. It's a tag with a waterfall on it. Yeah, it's nice. This one that we stamped and then coloured in with our watercolour pencils. Dyed some flowers, some white flowers, the right colour. You can see what it is. This one that you all seem to like, actually. I was surprised how much you liked this one. This is sari silk that I just made a bow on the diagonal, put a couple of pieces down there. You could have made that into a pocket. Somebody did make it into a pocket, I can't remember who, which is a good idea. And it's just got the little book plate at the top with a stamp inside. This one, there are kind of 2 of these that are very, very similar. One that I made first, and then this one. It's got a tag in the side. This is a tag here that's sewn down to make the pocket. This is got a tag inside it. So there's our big tag. That's the proper size tag. Isn't that lovely? I love it. It's prize ribbon, that colour, and it's just gorgeous. And then this was Uncharted Mariner, but the same sort of thing, you know, a button and some ribbon, a little ticket, that in the side, same, that comes out. For this, I used this gorgeous, nearly stuck it behind my head, twine that Jania sent me a present not ages ago, but a little while ago. And she'd wrapped it up so beautifully, and she'd used this twine. And so I saved it. I've finished it now, but I absolutely loved it. Then there's this one with the wood effect behind it, the pot and the painted flowers with the metallic clock face, just to make a wish, and there's stamping all around that. And then this one, which I think was the first one we made. I think it was. And I quite like that. It's okay. Which is my favourite of the Timmy ones. I like that one. I quite like that one. I like the waterfall. No, I'm going to put the prize ribbon one at the front. That's my favourite so far. Because generally when I'm going to make a video, I like to have a trial run first, just in case there's anything that needs altering on the one that I do on the video. There we are, that's that. So that's the Timmy one. I forgot to count how many. Then this is the Edith / Botanical. So I think at the moment most of them are Edith, but botanical ones can go in here too. So let's have a look what we've got in here. That one, I think I made 3 of those actually. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're all very, very much of a muchness. Just different pictures on them really. And the pictures are out of Edith, so we're in the right box there. They're pretty. They'd go in any journal. This was the waterfall one, which I think actually turned out quite nicely. I quite like that. I did debate, and maybe if I was doing it again, I would put some colour onto the background. You know, maybe not. This one, that's the equivalent to the one that had the purple sari silk on, and I just put some little bits of what do you call that stuff? That sparkly stuff.
Glitter.
Glitter glue, isn't it?
Oh, stickles.
Stickles, that's it. Into the middle, just to kind of elevate it a little bit. Got the book plate on and whatever. Same here. Put some stickles in the middle. Once I get on a bent, I can't get off it. That's quite nice as well. And then this one, which has got the pocket inside and sticker on the back. I quite like this one, actually. I think it turned out okay. So which is my favourite? Possibly that one with the pocket on. So let's put those back in the Edith box. Edith / Botanical.
With its full Sunday name.
Yes. So just slide those up to keep them standing up. There we are. So that's those 3. I've lost count, but by the looks of it, Timmy's in the lead. There's a shocker.
There's a shocker.
Right, so this box here is our Made on a Sunday box. So I can't do that with my arm. So let's move that along and get these out and see what we've got. Well, this is the one we made last week, and the theme was flag. So you can see I've got our Union flag, loud and proud. In fact, I've got a couple of Union flags. I've got keep calm and eat cake, and I've got one of our guardsmen, which just amuses me that he's in there, no other reason. I've got Union flag bunting at the top, I've got a Union flag heart there, so, you know, there's Union flags on there. We're well covered on the flag front, definitely. And just pop that in there, and that in there. So that was last week when the theme was flags. We must have, yeah. Yes, we made these 2 on a Sunday. Well, I made this one first, and then this one was the trial for the Sizzix 3D adhesive, which I think worked quite well actually. It's got nice sheen on there from the foil. So that's those two. And this one here was my trial one for the Sunday last week. So we've got Union flags. I quite like these 3 buttons along the bottom, the red, white and blue. And that's it. And that one is probably my favourite. Quite like that one though. No, I'm going to have that one at the front. Right. So today, I'm not even sure what day it is. Is it day 19 of the 100-day project? Somebody will tell me, I'm sure. I honestly just can't remember. Mr. F, could you disappear these? That would be great. Pam Davis is in the car watching. I hope you're not driving.
No.
On my way to dinner with my husband. It's our 40th anniversary. Oh, congratulations, Pam. You've done ever so well. 40 years, my goodness. Happy anniversary. Fiona, what do you have planned to do with all your tags when you've finished? I don't know, Jen. Yeah, huge happy anniversary, Pam. Really. Hope you have a lovely dinner with your husband. Right. The next thing I want to show you before I move on to actually making something is this. I have been spoiled this week with paper. This, however, I bought myself. Tony Vince and her boys, husband Terry and son Joe, bought me my birthday present. And she'd actually been in contact with Mr. F and said, when it comes, don't let her see it, just sneak it away somewhere. Mr. F was shopping that day. Postman came, I saw it, it had my name on it. I never open it. Just a heads up, if you ever want me not to open anything, put Mr. F's name on it, because I never open his. Might be some secret or other. But it had my name on it, so I thought, I'll open it. And when I opened it, it was all beautiful Stamperia, Atelier des Arts papers and goodies, and oh my goodness, it's in the drawer, it's on the top of the drawer, so I can just open the drawer and look at it. And I need to look at these things for a while before I do anything with them, because I like to own them for a while first. But then this collection here was brought to my attention by someone who'd made something in it, and I just fell in love with it. It's by a company called 49 and Market that I think in the States you're much more familiar with than we are here. It's quite scarce here, it's quite difficult to get hold of. But I tracked down a shop, and if you're interested in 49 and Market, the shop in the, for the UK and Northern Ireland is the Mad Scrapper. The Mad Scrapper. And she's in a place called Haddington in beside Edinburgh, which oddly enough is where my granddad was born. So, and she's really lovely. I've spoken to her, and she's a really lovely girl. And I found this there, and I just ordered. So it's called 49 and Market Curator's Meadow, but I have mixed and matched with another one called Curator's Botanical, because I think they kind of go together. So this is all my ephemera bits. It says 78 mix and match die cut pieces. I haven't had them out yet to have a look, but should we get them out? Should we get them out and have a look? I do love ephemera bits. I really do. I think I was trying to remove the back cover as well. That back cover, that's usable. Can you see that, guys? That's perfectly usable. So what do we get? Bits and pieces. Oh, sorry, guys. Butterflies, leaves. Oh, bits of like a notebook. I like that. Catkin. And more catkin. Oh, they must have known about catkin. Just various pieces. Tickets. Discover the Good Life. I discovered the good life when I met Mr. F. Live in the now. A good sentiment. Breathe in, breathe out. Yes, sometimes you need to remember to do that, don't you?
Or vice versa.
Yeah, or vice versa. Little tabs for the top of files, etc. A frame. I like frames. Oh, and another frame. Look at that. I didn't order the frames that Timmy's just brought out, and I wish I had. When they come back in stock, I'm having some frames. These are really lovely, aren't they? Yeah, so you get the gist of what's in here. Just loveliness upon loveliness. Oh, look at those. It looks like 2 pieces of paper with a paper clip. I know you could do it yourself. I know that. That looks like an envelope. But the joy is that you don't have to do it yourself. You just look through here and find bits that you like. So there we are. That's what's in there. What does that say? Become one with nature. Wide open spaces. Stay fearless. Well, that's assuming you're fearless to start with. Wander and wander more. Yeah. Right, so they can go back in the box. We've had a look at those. Back in the bag, should I say. Oh, Mr. F says he'll do it if I hand them over, which is great. Those butterflies are nice as well. And they feel like they're uncoated. So I think you could possibly add colour to them, paint on them, whatever. Thank you very much, my love. These are, look at this, look what they are. Rub-ons, my favourite. I love rub-ons. And you get 6 6x8 sheets. They're just great. I love them. I love them. Then these laser cut. I nearly said elephants. I so nearly said elephants there. 4 sheets of 6x12.5, and like these. But there's flowers and butterflies and foxes and robins and all sorts of things there. So that's fabulous. Then this is the botanical one. Like this one I told you was the curator's meadow. This is a curator's botanical. And you get 6 of these as well. 6 sheets. Different, all different. Oh my. Right. Just one more thing I need to show you, then I can show you the paper. And this is a 12x12 sheet of rub-ons. Yay! Look at them. Oh my goodness, I love them. I love rub-ons, are my favourites. So if I can hand those to you, thank you very much indeed. And then these are the papers. Now she didn't have a pad. I don't even know if it comes in a pad. So I bought separate papers. So these are the curator's meadow. I mean, they are so far up my street. They're right at the end of the cul-de-sac. And that's the reverse. So you get these little strips. You get this with Prima as well, don't you? These little kind of branding strips, but really nice. This one. I love this botanical. Look at the butterflies down there. Oh my, I love it. Isn't that just such a delightful background? And this one, and when I got to this one, when I was looking through it, I thought, you know, I really love these black and whites. I see Ki-Young use them, not regularly, but often, I suppose. And I looked at them and I thought, why can't I? I could draw those. So just before the live, I just got my pen out and just had a go at drawing that. So I think that I could probably add to these papers by just putting some of my own sketches in. Maybe, I don't know. See how it goes. And this one, beautiful. Look at the edge of that last piece of paper, like torn. I love that.
Kathy says she likes rub-ons, but she doesn't know how to use them.
Oh, right. Well, when I come round to ever using them, when I find a plan in my head that I'm happy with, I'll show you how to use them. That one. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? And couldn't you just do that by yourself? Yes, yes you could. It's just papers that I'm sure we all have. If we don't, we've got stamps with illegible text. You could do that yourself, but they've done it for me. And on the back of there, some sort of stitching. That's oh, it's just beautiful. Then we're into the Curator's Botanical. Look at that. Oh, I absolutely love that, and I really must have a go at sketching some of these. I love them. I love the background, the very faint stamps in the background and the sort of splodgy bits. Lovely, really lovely. I'm running out of words. I'm running out of superlatives. That's gorgeous. Here we've got some more of the black and white botanicals and some coloured ones. Look at that. And this one is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. And then I bought a Curator's Meadow 12 by 12 solids pack, so they ought to coordinate and make my posh papers go further. That's the general idea anyway. So that's that. So I hope you like those. I hope you don't mind me showing you those, but I just had to because they're so gorgeous. Thanks, Mr. F, that's grand. Oh, I've got some bits of ephemera flying around the desk. Yeah, thank you. Right, so I don't need that. I've shown you that. Right, so my tag of the day, tag for day number 19 or whatever it is going to be basically an Edith tag, but this is a piece of Timmy ephemera from his latest release. And I'll show you what we're aiming for. If we get there or not, who knows, eh? This is the Timmy version of it. Oh, you might need to come in just a wee touch, Mr. F. That looks a long way away. But the one that we're going to make, it'll be the same idea, but very different. Thank you, that's lovely. Might be a bit too much, do you think? Be too restricted when I'm working. That's grand. So it's just got a string and button enclosure. So when you look at that, that is the tag. That's our normal tag. Just I've folded in the top. And then inside it's got this, I've used this device before. I know you've all seen it before. It's just a little label thing, tag, that I've put around the tag that goes inside. Just to let you know there is something in there. So it's worth pulling that tag. So just leave it hanging out like that, and then that folds down and winds around our string and button. Don't be awkward. So there we are. That's the idea. That's kind of the idea that I've come up with, of using the shape of the tag but folding the top over. So let's see if we can manage to do that. So I need a piece of card that is our normal size. I think I've cut these to 3 3/4, yeah. So I need to cut it to 7. So I hope you're all doing well. I know that some of you aren't doing so well, and I can tell you you're constantly in our thoughts. But I'm hoping that some of you are doing really all right. Right, so I'm cutting that off at 7. That's right. Thought I'd done something wrong there already, but no. And then I want to cut the lugs out like we normally do. My goodness, I've put all my scissors away. What is wrong? I mean, this is just my idea. You can change it up any way you like. I'm just giving you a kind of an idea. Some inspiration, let's say, hopefully. Right, so I'm going to get my little scoreboard out and I'm going to score just at the bottom of where we've cut the lugs out, which is actually 7/8 of an inch. So just along there, like that. And that's going to be the bit that we fold over. Like so. So that's that. There we go, we've done it. Hooray! Right, so the next thing that needs to happen is we need to do the front piece, which is going to fit up there quite far up, because if it doesn't, you'll see a gap when this folds over. So you want to fold that over and push it up underneath it to see where you need to cut it, which is there. Let's trim that off. Well, we had some snow this week, which, to be honest, isn't that unusual for us in March. We generally, or quite often, get through the winter with very little snow. Then it comes to March and it decides it's a good time to snow. Let's just check that that's all right. Feels like it might be a little bit long. It might be, but I can trim that when we come to that. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is to put a piece of Edith on here. But that's going to go on there as well. And I quite like the idea of colouring the Edith up just a little bit. So I'll get my inky mat out. You could use the cellophane way that I normally do. I just don't have any cellophane to hand. So I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to use Distress, Oxide and Peeled Paint. That looks disgusting. I don't know what I've been doing on that. So with the oxides, really give it a good shake till you've got all that stuff away from the bottom. That's fine. And then I don't want much, because he just doesn't take much. That's probably fine. And I'm just going to add a little bit of water to that, but like I say, Edith really can't stand too much. There we are. It just colours it a little bit. You can see that. Yeah, you can see that. That's fine. I don't need any more than that. That'll do me nicely. Right, let's wipe that off. Where's my blue roll? I'd just like to say at this stage a huge thank you to people who have contributed to the channel over the last week. We've got Diane Johnson. Thank you, Diane. Oh, look at that. It's too nice to waste. What else have I got? We've got our very own Tony Vince. Thank you, Tony. You're such a good friend to me and to the channel. Jackie Batchelor, again, thank you, Jackie. And Angie Haviland, I think. Thank you all very, very, very much. I really appreciate it. We both do. That's fine. Yes, thank you. They've all bought me a coffee via the Ko-fi site, Ko-fi, and I'm very grateful to you all. We really are grateful. I know I'm doing other things and sounding like it's just I'm paying lip service. I'm not. We really are grateful. So let's dry that off. I like that. It's just a little bit of colour. It's enough. Won't take much to dry it. I should, of course, have done that bit as well, which is the top, but I didn't. Have I got anything wet on there? Is that wet? Can I pick that off? Brilliant. That's brilliant. That's great. That's coloured that bit with a little bit that was on there. Incredible. Make, do and mend. There we go. There we go. Lovely. Right, so this is going to be the top flap, so I can put that on now. I'm going to ink around it. I'm going to use my vintage photo again. I like it with Edith. I'm not going to ink it quite yet. I need to stick it on first. The lap books are all but finished. They are very close to being finished. I've lost my glue. And they have both found new homes. So sorry if you wanted one, you've got to be quick off the mark. Usually I list everything on Etsy, but on this occasion they've gone to new homes all by themselves. There we are. So I'll have to do it that way. So just put that on the flap part. Just check that it's not going over the top, but that it is up to the top. There we are. I think we're all right there. Gluey glue glue. Lovely. And I'm just going to trim that off. Our surplus. And then I'm going to put my button in there while I remember, because I'm good at forgetting things like that. Right, so that's the foldy over bit done. Now let's put the button in. So I just want some scrap. This is the cream card that I use for everything. It's my workhorse card. And I'm going to cut out 6 because I need 3 for the bottom part as well. So this is, I'm guessing, 1/2 inch. I really don't know. So that's 3 for the top. 1, 2, 3 for the bottom. Does it say anywhere what it is? I don't think it does actually. I think it's 1/2 inch. Something along those lines. Right, so now I'm going to stick 3 together and 3 together, and that'll give me the thickness that I need for the button. And if you just put one on top of the other and then roll it round in your fingers, it'll locate itself properly. You could put fancy paper on the top if you wanted. I don't really want to. I quite like the cream against the Edith. To me that looks fine. So there's one. I had stamped on the back of this card, but as you can see it doesn't matter a jot because I'm covering it up anyway. Oh, just squash them out. Is it 1/2 inch? 5/8?
Possibly metric. It might be 15 mil, which is slightly over 1/2 inch, I think.
Yeah, I thought it might be 5/8, but I didn't think about metric. Well, usually everything we buy craft ends come from America, hasn't it? So it's in inches.
Yeah, I don't know where X cut her from.
Don't know. Right, there we go. We've got our 2 buttons made. I'm just going to go around them with a little bit of ink, a little bit of vintage photo. Just finish them off. There we go, lovely, that's that. Now I need to find the centre. Oh dear, it's always a bit of a laugh finding the centre. I think it's about there. I think it's about there. It can't be far off. I mean, it just can't be. I'm just going to leave those to set up a little bit before I start messing with them. And I'm going to make the front section of the pocket. So I've got my piece of paper here that we cut to size. So I'm going to stick my Edith on it. In fact, I'm going to put the glue on that one. I'm going to use Collal for this. How's everybody doing? Everybody looks all right. Looks like they do chatting away merrily, which is great.
You just said you need your middle for diddle.
I do need my middle for diddle. I know well, I know kind of where it is. It's in this drawer down here. But having said that, so is virtually everything else that I own. So I couldn't get it that quickly, which is the nicest bit of green. I like the bit at the top best. So I'm just going to put this onto here. What you after?
Just looking, smooching.
Right, so that's onto there. So I can just trim off the excess. Where are my white scissors? Here they are. There we go. Lovely, lovely. I don't think I'll keep that because I don't know why. Because I'm keeping it, that's all. Right, so that is going to go onto there like that. It's going to get glued on. But before we glue it on, we need to put that on and we need to put that on. And then we need to back this so you can't see, and we need to put washi tape behind that. Right, let's find the centre then. Ooh, so centre. This media board is just one of the best things I have ever bought. I love it. So I want the centre about there. I'm going to get my yoga mat out. Is Keon with us today? I bet she's slept in. Hi Sharon. I bet her clock isn't working properly. So I'm going to make a hole with my pokey tool, and I'm going to push it through a bit. My pokey tool gets wider as it gets towards the handle, so if I push it through quite a bit I get quite a big hole. And I'm going to make a hole in my buttons, as they're called. Push that up a little bit. Might as well do the other one while I'm here. And I'm not ready to put the hole in that one quite yet, but this one I can. So get my metal bits box out, find some little brads, or two that are the same. I've got all manner of size of little brads here, from small to ridiculously small, but there must be two that's the same somewhere. You would think, wouldn't you? Well, then again, is that the same? Oh. Yeah, I believe it is actually. Excellent. Seek and ye shall find. There we go. Right, so I'm going to put this into here now. There we go. Press that your paper right down so it's flush with the brad, and then open the legs out. These aren't the biggest brads in the world, but they're big enough for what we need. It's not going to have any great tension on it. That's what I'm looking for. Just press those legs down. And I'm just going to get some washi tape and put it over it before I put the backing paper over it, because they can sometimes be quite sharp, these little blighters. We don't want it tearing a hole in the paper. That's fine, you can feel it, it just knocks the sharpness off it. Let's put that through that thing, and then I might not lose it. There we go. So now I just want to put some paper over there, and I'm just going to use some cream paper, if I have any. This is cream paper. So I need it 3 3/4, that I know. By what? What does that measure? I'm going to make it 1 inch. Three and 3/4. I can make it marginally more, and I mean marginally, just so I can trim it. I'd rather trim it than not have it long enough. So I'm going to actually ink this bit up, because I can't really get into it properly once it's glued on. The rest I can. And I'm going to fold that back on itself and ink along that crease, because once again I can't get to there once everything's on. So a bit of glue on the back of here. It's a bit of a fuss, this, but I don't know, I kind of like tags when they're a bit of a fuss. I mean, you can make easy ones any day of the week, can't you? Just cut something out, put some ribbon in the top, and you're done. This is all about complicating matters. Wow, it's really raining, it's pouring down. I can hear it on the window. Catkin's in, sleeping on top of the drawers, that's where he likes to be. Gets a good view of everything. So I'm just going to trim this round, and then we can ink around both parts. There we go. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Right, let's ink then. I do like that, whatever it was, peeled paint. The peeled paint? Yeah. There we go. Just a bit on the inside as well. You could stamp on the inside if you wanted to. I don't think it's strictly necessary. Right, so the next thing to do is place this here. Don't glue it down yet. And we want to see where this is going to go. This is from Tim Holtz Layers, from his new ideology release. So if I put that there, that would look quite nice. That would come down there. So could I put that up there? I think I probably could. I think that's the best place for it. And leave this unmolested. Yeah, so about there, I'm thinking. So I just need to find the centre with my Timmy ruler, which is, here it is. I've got 2 Timmy rulers and I still can't find them. Where's the mark? There's the mark. So that's 1 7/8, 1 7/8. My goodness me, that's absolutely bang on. So make a mark that I can see. Let's make a hole through that. There we go, and then put our button in place. Push it right down.
Kathy says the daughters love when you say gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
I'm trying to speak in a British accent.
Our daughter's trying to speak in a British
I
accent.
believe so.
Or does she think that I'm trying to speak in a British accent?
Well, that's entirely possible.
Gorgeous. So I'm going to put a couple of pieces over here because you'll be putting the tag within a tag, you'll be putting it into here, and you don't want it to catch on anything because it's annoying. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. That's smooth now. It's not quite as smooth as a baby's bottom, but it's smooth. I don't often go around feeling baby's bottom, so I couldn't tell you, to be honest. There we go, that's lovely. Right. Now then, let's ink around here. Oh, before I do, I want to cut out, yeah, forgot all about that. I want to cut out a thingy, thumb notch. So where is halfway? Halfway is there. I'm going to use my 2-inch thumb notch. Now I can't come that far down because if I come too far down it'll be down beneath the bottom of that, so just bear that in mind. I'll line that up fairly centrally to about, but I want it as far as I can get it as well. Let's try that. That should be okay, I think. Yeah, I've still got a fair bit of room there. I'm just going to try and make that bigger. And you'll see why later. I'm going to cry now if this is too big. No, it's fine. It's perfect. No need to cry. Right, but you will see that when we look at that now, this is just cream, so I need to cover that up with something. So I can use this bit. It's just perfect for the job. So let's ink along the top there and stick it down. My goodness. Good job I didn't throw it out. So yeah, let's stick that there, and then when the tag's not in, you can see through the thumb notch. You're not seeing just cream card. Nearly forgot about that. So, have any of you worked out what the theme for next week is for the tags? Any guesses on the opening screen?
There's always a clue in the opening screen.
There's always a clue in the opening screen. Although I must say that owl did look like it was about to kill Mr. F and myself.
It was quite big.
He was quite big. Can you imagine though if you were a mouse or something and he was coming after you? You'd be terrified. It's not fair. Right, so now we can ink. Just going to move that. Now we can ink around here. What?
Mr. Carr's gone the easy route and said owls, birds.
Yeah, well it could be.
It's slightly more subtle a clue than that.
Yeah, but she's having a go.
It's true.
It sort of is. It sort of is.
Jen says birds of prey, killer idea.
Yes, Jen. A killer idea. Right, so I'm giving this plenty of ink. Lovely. And now I want to ink my bit of this bit of ephemera. It's got a very shiny, I don't know if I can get the distress ink to stick to that, and I'm not going to take a chance on it. I'm going to get my archival sepia out, which will take a minute or two to dry, but that's okay. And I've got a dauber here that I have been using for stays on and the likes, because I just don't think I could get the distress to dry on that. It's having a job with the archival. So I'm just coming in a little bit at the corners. Just go around that again. There we go. So I think you get 3 pieces quite similar to this in the you know, pack from Timmy. Get it out, woman. So that's going to go there like that. I'm just going to waft my hairdryer, air dryer, not hairdryer, over it just to dry it, dry that archival, because it is a slow drying ink. But I think that's the way forward to do it with that. So, I don't know what we're doing about roll call. I mean, it's almost impossible, really. I want to say a particular hi to Roz and Jim, to Michelle Ream, to Tamara, and to our lovely Sophia. So hello to all of you. Hello to all of you, honestly, but it's just, the roll call's just getting so long. So I hope you forgive me. It does seem a bit rude. Right, so that's going to go down there like that, and I think it looks very nice. Excellent. Gorgeous. Has anybody come across those gorgeous girls? Are the Santorini? I don't know. Something like that. Let me know if you have. Are they popular or what? Because in the last lot, you know, that huge lot that Mr. F got me, there was some gorgeous girl papers. I think that, I'm not even sure that's what you call it, to be honest, but I think it is. So I want that just under my button and in the centre and square if I can get it. Would be great. Sometimes Edith's text is not square and it does throw you a bit, but I think that's okay there. There we go. Right, so the next thing to do is to glue that onto there. Ooh, it's beginning to look nice, isn't it? Glue, 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 glue. Has anybody, what are people saying? I can't stop to read, really.
Judy says when she has a shiny piece she wants to ink around, she just runs an emery board
Yeah.
the edges so it will stick.
Yeah, good idea.
Nancy was asking if there was a list of the themes. I've said no.
No, there isn't.
Which is accurate.
What was the first? Was the first one flags? Fun with flags?
If we're talking about the Sunday ones now.
Yeah, the Sunday ones.
Yeah, I think so.
The other ones don't have a theme. It's whatever I wake up in the morning and feel like doing, really. Which is why I'm enjoying it so much. Because I'm completely unfettered. Completely unfettered. Miss P, completely unfettered. Oh, you don't want to see that. So there we go. Stick that down. Just needs a little bit of trimmage. It's just a little too wide up there, but that's okay. Right, so, oh, I've just moved that, I think. Oh, move back, move back. Oh, it doesn't want to. Well, it is where it is. So I'm just going to trim up this side. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just a little bit too wide. Yeah, the ones that I do through the week are just whatever takes my fancy, and it goes in one of the one of the 3 boxes, which is pretty, which incorporates shabby chic and anything that's pretty. There's the Edith/Botanical, that is what it says, and then there's a Timmy box. So those are the 3 boxes that the tags I make during the week go into. On a Sunday, however, we do have a theme, and that's for you all to make a tag during the week and post it on my Facebook group. Last week we had fun with flags. Was that the first week? I think it was. Yeah. So yeah, you haven't got long to catch up, Nancy. It was fun with flags last week, and this week is yet to be revealed. Right, so that's that there. Oh my goodness, that doesn't want to fall down.
One other person knows apart from us.
Yes, that's too long. I need to trim that down. It's impeding my foldiness over. Maybe even a little bit more, you know. Yeah, beware of this. You really should put it in when you've got your thing bent down so that you can see where it needs to go to. Yes, the only other person in the world that knows what the theme is Sophia. So I've just trimmed those off, and now it wants to fold fine. So yeah, beware of that. It's far better if you fold that over and then slide the thing up, so you're not caught out like I was there.
Catherine says she's loving your daily inspirations, and Sunday themes are great too. She loves the variety.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love all the comments. I read them all, and you're so generous with your comments. It's great. I love them. Thank you. Right, so now I need to make a tag to go in here. Don't say I'm going to have to go into a new piece of cream card.
Jan Perry says, could you do some steampunk?
I will try. Steampunk is not my thing. I know it's odd, I do a lot of Timmy stuff. I don't know if I need a new piece of card. No, that's just paper. I could fold that in 2, couldn't I? That would give me a... How wide do I want it anyway? That's 3 3/4, so if you take all the glue, I probably want it about 3 1/4, something like that. This is just laziness because I'm not getting a new sheet of card out. 3 1/4, did I say? Let's fold that there. Let's fold that in. Hopefully this is going to be sturdy enough. There we go. I can fold this in as well if I wanted. That would help to sturdy it up. I recommend that you get a piece of card, all right? that you're not doing what I'm doing, which is just pure laziness. Here we are. I've creased that the wrong way. Crease it that way first, then I'll crease it back. There we go. So I'm going to stick that down there, and I will have a fairly sturdy tag. That's just ridiculous. I just happened to have a piece of paper there, cream paper, but I didn't have any cream card, so I'm just making do. So I don't need it that long for sure.
Gigi says she likes some boho.
Yeah.
She likes colourful and blingy.
Yeah, she does.
Shocker, eh?
Yeah, shocker. Jen likes bling too.
Kathy says yes, she likes boho, but she didn't think she's seen you do it. Well, there is some out there, I believe, somewhere.
Yeah, there is. We've made some journals, haven't we? Boho journals.
Yeah.
I made a ring bound one once, didn't I? Like a ring bound boho one? Once or twice, actually. Right, so I've got my what's going to be my tag. let me just clean this up. I'm a bit worried I've got sort of glue and stuff around here. Okay, that can only be better. Right, so let's try this in here then. See if it wants to go. I think it's the other end I've glued better. Yeah, we're all right. We're all right. I think that's about it. It doesn't really want to go any further. So I'm going to make a mark there, and I'm going to cut it short of that. Yeah, I'm going to cut it short of that. So this is just, you know, you just take a piece of card and you cut it to the size, okay? I'm just making mine the long way around. Right, so is that all glued up and everything? Yeah, it is. Right, so I'm going to take my corner rounder and I'm going to just round the corners at 1/4 of an inch. It just helps it slide in, and it looks nice anyway. Then we can... Oh, I'm going to put some paper on it. I don't know why I didn't do that first. I'm going to put something Edith on there. So let me get my Edith pictures out. No. 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 I'm going the wrong way. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? I'll leave that out. It's a possibility. Oh, that's a possibility. Yeah. No. 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 I used that for the waterfall the other day. Oh, not the poppies. Oh no. That must be the back of the poppies. Yes. I'm going to use that one, I think, rather than go through all the Edith again.
You missed the name of the spray that you used.
It is Distress Oxide Spray in Peeled Paint, and it's really lovely. But I'll tell you, I also really love Shabby Shutters. I love all of those kind of olivey green colours. I really like them. They're my favourites. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that over there like that, and I'm going to draw around it. Let's just have a look. Is that fairly central? Yeah. I'm going to get my edge on the edge because that fits with this one. And I'm just going to draw around it, and then I know where to cut it out. Gorgeous. I'm very conscious of keep saying gorgeous. Is that right there? Oh no, it wants to be a little bit that way. Yeah. Oh, we've got a little bit. Be alright. Be alright on the night, I'm sure. A bit further that way. Okay, we shouldn't be too far out there, I don't think. Maybe, but we'll see. That's pretty good, pretty good. I've broken this corner punch. I've knocked the top off the waste bin. So, what can you do? Right, let's stick that onto there. Oh. having a sneeze. Excuse me. There we go. Right. Let's see if this wants to fit properly. That's pretty good, you know. That's okay. Quite happy with that. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Right, okay, let's ink round that. It's a nice little tag, isn't it? I just want to get rid of that bit of glue there. Still moving around this because it's, you know, it's not dry in any way yet. So that's that inked around. Very nice. So now what I want to do is put a hole centre, an eyelet. So let's centre that, put a hole there, get my eyelet punch out, and make the hole. You've seen me use this device before. I think I used it on Janya, the little book I did for Janya. But I quite like it, so I'm using it again. Now, what I need is a little tag. And I've got some in this. This is a chapter 3 release. And it's number 665926. It's the collector one, and it's got some little tags in it, which is what I want. So I'm just gonna, there's 2 different ones, I don't know, there might be 3 even, to be honest. I'm gonna take that one, it's the chunkiest. And have I got any? Did I throw anything away that, that I could have made a tag out of? Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Well, let's do this. And have I not got any Edith remnants to my name? I must have. I can't really get in the bin, that's the problem. Let's use this. No, you probably won't see it enough, actually. I don't use that either. No, it'll do, it'll do. So let's just put a bit of glue on here. Stick that down there. Is that going to be big enough? Stick it down a little bit further, and then it definitely will be. I just want to make a tag. That's all. That's when remnants come into their own. So stick down, stick down. I've got something sticking in that hole there, which I don't want. Right, let's get the little tiny Timmy out. It's a while since we've had him out.
Jan Rosie says she's got some of these Santoro gorgeous rubber stamps.
Oh, have you, Jan?
And her granddaughter loves them.
Ah. Yeah, I can see that little girls might like them.
Yeah. Janya says she's here.
Janya's here.
Yeah.
I know she's here.
I know. I'm just telling you.
Well, that's good.
She wrote her name, Miss P.
Hiya, Janya. I'm going to use that way, like that, just for my tag. You can make a much bigger tag if you want to. This is just fine.
And Jan was saying, can you sharpen the corner punch? Mine seems dull.
I don't know, I wonder if you use tin foil or something, maybe. I honestly don't know, Jan. Mine's alright, it's still alright, but yeah. To be honest, I think a lot of the times they break before people blunt them. I've heard a lot of bad things about them, that they break. But I mean, mine, yeah, it's broken, but it still works okay. So let's pop that little hole out there. So we've got that little tag that we made out of there, and it was out of wood, but you can't really see what it is. And it's plain on the back, but I want to add something to the back. While I'm here, while I'm looking at this, I'll just give you a bit of a tip. These numbers that come with it are absolutely tiny. You know, the fiddly little things to mess around with. But if you put them all onto green tape, you know, the Sizzix green tape, this stuff, mint tape I think they call it, which Nancy sent me, thank you, and then cut it, you've still got them all. They'll all stay on there, so you don't have to reposition them every time. Just a little tip as I go. What's that? I'm looking for a number. There's a number 7, look, that'll do nicely. Doesn't matter what number, just something to put on the back of that tag. So I can cut these away now. Those chapter 3, Sizzix chapter 3, must have been the most successful ever. They are, you know, everybody uses them, don't they? Right, so I'm going to stick that number 7 onto the back, so if the tag gets turned around, it doesn't matter because there's something to see on the back. What it is, it doesn't really matter. Just something. Just detail. Ooh, that's a lot of glue. So let's just pop that onto the back. Like that, so that's great. That's lovely, so if it gets flipped around, there's something to look at. I'm going to ink around that. Fiddly today, isn't it? It's a fiddly one, fiddly diddly. I quite like fiddly ones, I must be honest. There we are, that's grand. Right, so now what we need to do is get some twine, put it through the hole of the little mini tag that we've just made, put it through the hole of the larger tag, cut your twine off, tie a knot. I've allowed plenty of twine because, as you all know, I am challenged when it comes to tying things. Don't know why, I just am. Having a poorly thumb doesn't help either, I can tell you that. There we go, pull them tight, chop the ends off. Oh, it should be about there really, just the thread on the string and button. So that should go down like that. Right, let's hope this fits in. That would be a tragedy if it didn't. It's quite tight, but it's not impossibly tight. And that hangs out there, so as you can see that there is something in there that you need to be pulling out. That's going to fold there, and then we're going to put our string on there. So let's make sure we've got enough. It's not the biggest distance it's having to travel, so should be all right.
Well, we've got to go walk the puppy.
Ah, the puppy! Okay. That's perfectly fine. Thanks for joining anyway. So I don't know why I tie it this way. It's just the way I always tie it. I tie one at the top, one at the bottom, one at the top, then I come back to the bottom and then put a couple of knots in there. So hopefully, I don't know why I do that. A couple of knots straight up would be fine. Then chop off the loose end. And then we've got our, you just need to coax it the first time. There we go. I'm just going to put a knot in that just for the aesthetics of the whole thing. You don't need to. There we go. Right. So that is that tag done. You see the way this falls? It's falling there on 7, but if it turns over, it'll fall on that, so that'll be fine. But all it is saying to me is there's something inside. So open me up and see what it is. So that's our tag that will go in the Edith / Botanical box. Because it is the shape of a tag, we've just bent this over. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Now to get on to the business du jour. The business du jour, I should have said. That's just been silly. Right. And I can reveal to you now that the theme of the day is things with wings. Oh my goodness, Mr. F's got something. Ah, yeah. This is what's called a sweetheart brooch. It's got RAF in the centre. I don't know if you can see that. And the wings, and it's in silver with the crown at the top, of course. And it's what servicemen used to give their sweethearts or their wives. The two could be the same thing. And Mr. F gave me this one. So that's lovely. Thanks. That is a thing with wings. You're quite right. But my thing with wings is going to be a bit different. I can put that away now, over there as well. Right, I need to... Oh, I didn't get any... Mr. F, could you get me some mixed media? Oh no, I might have some.
Yay, nay.
I don't know yet. I don't know. I can't work out where I am. No, I think I've probably got enough. Yeah, got enough. Yeah, I took some mixed media paper, okay, and I coloured it with Distress Ink Prize Ribbon, Distress Oxide actually, Prize Ribbon, which is my favourite colour at the moment. I absolutely love it. It's so vivid. Yeah, vivid. And I think I've got enough here to do what I want with. We'll see. Time will tell. Right.
Mordell says your attention to detail Miss P gives to absolutely everything she creates is amazing.
Oh.
I love all her work. I've watched loads of videos and she is the best.
That's so nice of you to say so. Thank you very much indeed. Right. So here is my stamping platform. You can tell I'm in business when this comes out because generally it doesn't. And I have this stamp. It's by Textures by Lou Collins, and it is, whoops, that easy, the world. The world. So let's take off the cellophane pieces. Pop those there just now. Right, so I want my paper down first, don't I? I really want to measure it against the one I've already done, but that's giving the game away. So I'll just do this. Hopefully it'll be okay.
Put you on pause for a second.
Put me on pause for a second till I have a look at it, because I don't want to give the game away. Am I
Be
on?
right back.
Be right back. Three and a half and 4. 3.5 and 4. So I'm just going to put this here. Mr. F doesn't hold with putting your paper right up to this corner. He thinks you don't get a good enough push. But this is a big stamp that's likely to stick to the paper. And if it does and it pulls it away just even by a millimetre, then I can't place it down again, if you know what I mean. So that's going there. Need to push that up a little bit. So that's going to go right there. Okay. Now fortunately, I just bought this last week, a new Nocturne VersaFine. Because yesterday tea time, Mr. F and myself drove each other demented trying to get this stamp to stamp. And in the end I said, "Oh, I bought a new VersaFine."
I mean, to be fair, it's not like we had far to go.
To what? Drive ourselves mad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short trip.
And as soon as I gave him the new VersaFine, everything was rosy. So you can see there's a lot of black on here. So it does take a bit of stamping. Oh, I can hear the kettle going on. So let's do that first, see where we get up to, see what it's like. Nothing winged yet, is there? Oh, that was my finger. That's not too bad at all, actually. Really, it isn't. I want to give America a bit more attention. Greenland. This bit over here, actually, I'm not so fussed about because it's going to get chopped off anyway. But this bit here I do want to be good and inky. Let's have a look. Getting there, once more I'd say, and we'll be there. Oh, I'm going to get Mr. F to come and push it down, so I'm losing my puff. Can you come and push it down, please?
Yeah.
I think I've got enough ink on. Thanks. I'm not so worried about... Oh, I am worried about that side. It's that side I'm not worried about. Should we look?
Why not?
Oh, still South America. What's wrong with it? Maybe I just didn't put enough ink on it. It's always a possibility, isn't it?
It's not unusual with new stamps.
Well, it's not new now. It's been stamped out 100 times now. Oh, I've got ink there. Should be all right, shouldn't we? That shouldn't show.
I hope so.
Yeah,
If not, we'll just put the North Atlantic ridge in.
just be careful. Don't press where the ink is if you can avoid it. South America seemed to be the problem. Make sure America's there. Make sure Florida's there, otherwise Janya won't have anywhere to live. There's Florida. Can you feel that, Johnny? Is it like an earthquake?
Is somebody rubbing on your head?
That should be all right, shouldn't it? I think that's adequate. I don't know what's up with South America, but it's fine for me.
It's just snow on the pampas.
Yeah. So there we are. We've got our world. Hooray! I'm going to put that back where it lives because I can see that ink everywhere could be a bit of a problem. So I need the clear bit on there. I don't really want to get ink all over my fingers if I can avoid it. And
Jen said at this point she'd be grabbing a black marker.
yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. So that's,
It really is.
Jen's never wrong. She's come up with some absolutely stonking ideas over the time, hasn't she? Very, very good. What's that? Oh, nothing to do with me. Right, so let's just put that away. I think I've finished with it actually. And I could, you're quite right, go in with a black marker and cheer these places up. I think that's the Great Lakes actually. I'm saying that's the Great Lakes, okay?
It's just clouds.
It's just clouds. So I need to cut this at 3 3/4. I haven't even cut my back yet, my background. Let me just cut this bit off because it's going to annoy me otherwise. Right, so 3 3/4. But I'm just going to do it outside there, like that. Oop. Wasn't even far enough over to cut. Right, 3 3/4. 3 3/4.
I'm going to chop the world in half.
Going to chop what?
The world in half.
Yeah, I know, but we do keep the UK and we do keep the USA.
That's right.
Kerry, sorry my dear, you're a goner. There we are, and I want it to be 4 inches tall. And it's just a little bit over, so I'm going to take it off the top. So that's 4 inches there. Oh, just moved it at the vital moment. Right, there we are. So that's that bit done. And I know we've got lines around bits and stuff, but don't worry about that. It'll all come clean in the wash. Right, the next thing I need to do is get my card that I'm going to make my tag from.
Mike says, "Oh Miss B, don't tell her that. Never wrong, oh boy."
I'll say it again then. Jen is never wrong. Oh, what did I say? Did I say 3 1/2 and 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've just cut that at 4 and it needs to be 3 1/2. Alright, so I'll cut it off to that line then. 3 1/2. Yeah, that makes more sense. That's more like what it's supposed to look like. Right, so this is going to be the tag. So I want it's cut at 3 3/4, so I want it to be 7, as are all our tags. And then I'm going to score that on the 7-inch mark, which is there. Ooh, went round my fingers instead of moving them. There we are, and fold that over. So then we've got, well, that's a bit wonky, isn't it? Square that up a bit. That's wonky on the wonk. There we are, that's grand. Right, so I want that to be, let me just check. This is going to be the bottom pocket here. And I want this to come over, but just over, not massively. So if I made it 4 inches, which is what I think I said, Would that be right? That's going to there. Like that, 4 inches. Yeah, 4 inches. So I'm going to cut this off at 4 inches from the fold, which is there. Right. Excellent. Making progress. Excuse me. So we have this other piece of mixed media paper that I have just splotched with some ink, and I like the bits that's got white in them as well, particularly for what I'm going to put on here now. So I'm going to cut that down to 4. Thank you, in Sophia's mug. Coffee in Sophia's mug. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you very much. So I'm going to cut this at 3 3/4. Which is the width of all our tags. And I'm going to cut it at 4 because that's the length we've just chosen.
So that one looks like clouds.
Yeah, it does a bit. Silently, she laughs to herself, now silent about that. And that's going to go on there. So before I stick that down, I just want to put a stamp on there. And the stamp that I am choosing is in this set here. And it's this one. You can't see it very well because it's so mucky, but it's an aeroplane. So that's why I wanted some of the white bits in it. So should I do it on the stamping platform? I'd better, because it's Sunday and things go wrong on Sundays that wouldn't ordinarily go wrong. So let's put that down there again. So yeah, that's why I wanted it to look like clouds. Clever Jen.
Jen says this feels like a Janya themed tag.
Yes, yeah, I can see that. So I want that just sort of central, just like that. The strain of it all. Where's my nocturne? Here it is.
Seems appropriate with the time difference that we have a bit of a jet tag.
A jet tag. Yeah, very good. Very good, Mr. F. So let's, hopefully this will stamp out okay. It stamped out perfectly last night, but you know, Sunday brings its own particular set of troubles. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. I love it. So, there we are. Excellent. Oops, a daisy. Right, now this definitely can go away. I'm finished with it now. So I can stick this onto here because the stamp's okay. If the stamp hadn't been okay, then I'd only wasted a bit of inky paper. But that looks nice on there, do you think? Do you like the white bits, Mr. F? I think they're cool.
Genius.
It's just the way it came out, Mr. F. It was not planned. So I'm not inking round this or anything, and I shall show you why in a moment. Just get things stuck on. Look, see, inky fingers.
Mike loves your stamp.
Well, I think you bought it for me, Mike, if I'm honest. I think it was one of those ones from Joanne's, was it? I think you said it was Joanne's. And so thank you. It's a lovely stamp. All of the stamps you sent me were lovely. You spoil me, thank you. I need my bone folder because that's still not exactly square. Okay, so I need to just, well no, I'll leave that because it looks square. It's this that I've cut off square. So this needs to go onto a piece of card and get stuck on the bottom, so we made like a pocket. So this will do, I think. Yeah, so I just need this to be whatever that was, 3.5. So yes, you see, things with wings can be anything. Birds, insects, aeroplanes, RAF brooches.
Hospitals.
Not hospitals. I know they have wings, but not hospitals, no. That's stretching it a bit. Or prisons. But, you know, I'm sure you can come up with some good things of things that have wings. But, you know, when all's said and done, butterflies have wings, and we all love butterflies. There we go.
Mike says he can't remember what Jen has. It makes it hard to go shopping for her.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Mr. F just buys in bulk. I think he buys by weight, actually. Oh, dear. There we go. So
There's
that's
always somebody destashing somewhere in the world.
Yeah, so that's going to go there. Now, it doesn't look right at the minute, but bear with. It will be okay. I'm going to clean my fingers a bit because they're getting a bit too bad. Just too gluey and too inky and just not very usable. That can only be better, surely. Okay, right, so have I got that stuck onto the card? Yes. I'm just going to put some stamps here. I'm going to use this compass one. I think we're okay. And I'm just going to put them on the back here. I don't mind if they're not the most perfect stamp. I think actually they're meant to look a bit distressed, these ones. I don't think the circle around the edge is complete. Where's north? There's south, so north must be opposite that, one would think. Oh, look at that.
And Kathy says, we love that line from Miranda. Have you seen that?
Miranda?
Yeah. You must have said something.
Oh, must have said something. Yes, we love Miranda. We absolutely love Miranda. She's just hysterically funny. So I'm just going to put another one up here, just coming off the side of the page, looking kind of cash. There's south. That's fine. That's all that needs, just something. Just to break up that plainness, because I'm not putting anything there. Right, so now I need to do this. And what I'm going to put round it is this tape. It's from the Timmy Postal thing, and it says airmail, which seems totally appropriate. And I'm hoping that it's going to cover most. It's not going to cover all of that, but
Kathy's saying, bear with.
Oh, bear with. Yes, bear with.
Such fun.
I think you're still going to see that line, but it's not going to be the end of the world. It's going to be okay. So this just makes it look even more, I think, kind of travel-y-fied. If you know what I mean. You can't buy this alone on its own. And I don't want to buy a whole new set of washi tapes. Oh, 49 and Market do washi tapes to die for, I'm telling you. I've got to really be firm on myself. Otherwise I know I'm going to end up with some. Right, so let's trim those off and get that stuck down. There we go. Yeah, so there is a line down there, but I don't think it's too detracting. If I'd had my wits about me, I would have moved it slightly further over where I cut it, but I didn't, so I didn't. So let's stick that down.
It's not the end of the world.
No, Kerry's on the end of the world. She has no world. Let's give this a really good burnish, because it is just washi tape at the end of the day. You could put some glue down first if you so desired, but I never have much trouble with it really. I don't know why that bit doesn't want to stick, having said all that. Right, so I'm going to stick this down and it's going to be a pocket. This is the top of the world where my thumb is. Who's got the Carpenter's song on the mind now? Top of the world, looking down on creation. Or is it just me? Could be just me.
Kerry's here watching.
Kerry!
Yeah.
I don't know where you're watching from, Kerry, because we've chopped you off. There we are. So that's our pocket there. Yikes, come on, behave. I've got inky marks. I'm going to have to put some words or something there. Right, so this now folds over there, and we're going to cut the corners off as we would for any other tag. So that's the corner that I use for tags. That's a shame, this is a really nice cloudy looking piece, but never mind. Right, there we go. So I'm going to put my washi tape, this, all the way around this front piece as well. If I can find where the end is, oh come on.
Kerry says, yes, the cat woke up early so she can watch.
Good old Molly. Molly wanted to watch, that's what it was. Oh, let me just have a look at that. Looks like it's not quite straight. That's better. Right, so off we go around here. Since I said it's quite sticky, it hasn't wanted to stick. Typical. So, yeah, get your thinking caps on. I'm not sure if you were here, Kerry, when I said what the theme is for next week. The theme is Things with Wings.
Luna's got to go and walk the dog.
Oh.
In a bit.
Bye, Lorna. I'll probably still be here. So I can't wait to see what you come up with for your things with wings. I'm going to have to trim that off because it's just getting in the way. Let's just trim these off as we go, shall we? More haste, less speed. Right, there we go. Just that one piece left to go. There we go, lovely. So that's that. I'll give them a good burnish. Yeah, we should have had a little flight attendant inside, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Get off my hand. What's the matter with you? Right, let's give this a good burnish then. If you want to, as I say, put some glue on if you feel more secure. But really, I think we're all right. So that's that, that's that. I'm going to have to put some stamps or something on there because that's... it's very inky. This is a Kanban craft stamp.
Southern Gal says good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Southern Gal.
Joining late and we'll watch your replay.
Okay,
Of your videos.
Oh, thank you. So I've got north, south, east and west. I've got an arrow. I've got like a mariner's compass or something, I don't know. A compass. Ah, steampunk. A guy, steampunky guy and a rockety thing. So that's what I've got. So I'll go for north. Get the compass off there. Yeah, north. All in a vain attempt, I'm sure, to cover this ink up, which is the right way, that way. Don't put any more ink on, make sure that your thing's clean. Right, north, so let's have that at the top then, shall we? Excellent, oh, that's a nice text font, should I say. And I need one here, so that's east, isn't it? I think that's east. Which is east? This one. So let's put that where the inky mark is. That's all right. See, that looks okay now. It looks better. Anyway, remedial action has been taken there. So I need to, have I stuck this down? It hasn't stuck down there very well. Sometimes with this mixed media paper, it's not keen to stick and you have to clip it. I will say that. So I'll put that down there and put some clips on. The other side seems fine. Right, oh, so now what we need is something for the pocket and some trim on the top. So let's get something for the pocket. These are fabulous. Have a look at these. Boarding pass. For class, first all the way. Flight MP 2403, which is Miss Painterlot and my birthday. Gate 46, because that's our address here. From Northumberland to around the world. Name of passenger, Miss Painterlot. Boarding time, 4 o'clock, time we start the live. Date, today's date, 12th of March, my dad's birthday. And a window seat, and Miss P, window seat, Northumberland, around the world. And isn't that fabulous? Mr. F found that. It's a Google image, but it was one that you can put your own details into. And I think he did a fantastic job. I forgot about my coffee. He did a marvellous job. So I've got some card here. I can roughly cut this out. Or I could cut it out properly. No, I'll roughly cut it out. And I've got a spare one for if I ever get on an aeroplane, I can just hand it in. I'm sure they'll be delighted to see it. Say, take a seat, madam.
First at the front.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going coach. No room for your legs. That doesn't fit that way, so I've got inky mark here, so I might as well stick it over the inky mark, I guess. Isn't that cute though? The boarding pass. I think it's lovely. Do you like it, Janya? There we go. Get that stuck on there. Give it a second or two to dry, and we'll put the frou-frou on the top while that's setting up. So I want 2 holes in this one. I could put just one. What did I put in the other one? I think I put 2. I'm just going to do one, that fancy way that I've been using of late. So that's there. So the centre is there. So I'm just going to do, oh, I need the big crocodile for this.
Just making an hole in the ozone layer.
Yeah, that's funny. So I just want that there, and then I want to set, I'm going to use silver. There we go, right at the front, yes. I can't see what I'm doing. I'm not sure that's right. I think it is. Oh, I'm not sure. Oh no. Oh no, I've wrecked it. Mr. F. I've wrecked it. Let's cut this out. Thank you.
Unwrecked.
If I hand you a silver one and the crocodile, could you do it, please? No, I used to use this all the time before I had the handheld one. I just can't remember what you're supposed to do.
They can be tricky little scissors.
Thank you. So yeah, I was most impressed when Mr. F handed me this boarding pass. And I'm not going to ink around it either. Thank you, my love. There we go. One boarding pass for around the world. So let's put the ribbon in. And I'm using this quite bright blue ribbon. And I'm just going to do it the way I've been doing it all week. I'm going to take a fair bit of it. It's quite cheap ribbon, this, actually, to be honest. It's not the best quality, but it's a nice colour. So I'm just going to pop that in there. Oh, is that going to work? That's not going to work, is it? Because I can't get it out at the top. Oh, I'm going to have to put a little slit in the top, I think. I can't see how else I can do that. No, I'm going to have to put a little slit in the top, I think. I bet you all saw that happening before my very eyes. Yeah, let's just make a little slit there. This is not ideal. I wouldn't really recommend this. But I'm a bit stuffed otherwise. Don't know how I'm going to get that through there. There we go. See? There's always a solution. Maybe not perfect, but a solution. Just want to be a bit gentle with that. Right, and then pull that down to there. A little bit slacker, maybe. Yeah, pull that down to there like that, and then I'm going to tie my bow. Yeah, so beware of that if you're crafting along with me. So it's not perfect. None of my bows ever are perfect. It's just, we just have to live with it. It's just one of those things. So I'm going to cut that off there because I do want to be able to see the aeroplane. And this off here. There we go. So let's undo this. Put those away. Put my journaling card, which is actually my boarding pass, in my pocket. And there we are. We're ready to go around the world. So I hope you like that. We had great fun coming up with that. And that is my winged thing for this week's theme. So I can't wait to see what some of you come up with. I know that, but it doesn't matter if it's butterflies or anything with wings. It's fine. It's absolutely perfectly fine. Just please post them in the group because I love to see them. So let me bring that up for you. There you go. There we go. And then inside we've got my boarding pass. And because we scored that, it doesn't need anything to hold it down. That'll be fine. I mean, it's holding itself down almost now. After, you know, if it's in a journal, so it'll definitely hold itself down. So there we go, guys. That's it. Our 2 tags today have been the one with the folded over top and the little tag, and the things with wings. So I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget that you can take what I call the recipe, the method of making it, and that's just a bit too wide there, and put them into any theme at all. You know, I mean, this one in particular, you really could use anything, and you just have a tag with a pocket in it, which works really well. And this one, the same. It is a tag, but we've bent it over, so now it's an envelope, really, I suppose, if you want to be pernickety about it. So there we have it. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. It's been great fun. And that's another 2 tags, plus the one that I made before as a trial, plus this one that I made as a trial. So that's another 4 tags today. These 2 are very similar. I'll probably send one of those out to somebody as happy mail because I don't need to keep 2, I don't think. And there we have it. So I shall see you through the week as I'm merrily progressing on the 100-day project. I'm really enjoying it. As I say, I think I'm enjoying it because I don't have a theme. I don't have to do anything. I can do whatever floats my boat. The only thing that I am sticking to is that my tags are 3 3/4 by 7. Beyond that, can be anything. So there we have it. Thanks for joining me, everybody. You've been great. You've stayed till the end. Thank you so much. Bye, Misty. Bye, Judy, Gonnie, Mike, Catherine with a K, Misty. Oh, I'm sorry that we didn't do a roll call. I am, but you understand why we can't. So thanks one and all. Paula, I'll see you in person next Sunday, everything going according to plan, and I'll see you on video through the week. Take care, everyone. Be kind. Bye.
Take care, be safe, be happy, be kind. See you soon. Bye.